So as my wife and I did this, we each got an envelope that night, and we were blown away at what it did to us. We were blown away at finding people that the Lord brought to us. And we've prayed for these people ever since, and we were praying at that time, and we got to watch it change people's mood, people's attitude. And that year, my wife and I decided that we would save all the change we could. We saved all our change all year in a bucket. And at the end of that year, we had a little over $250, I think it was. And we turned that into paper money, into cash, and put it in some envelopes. And we went out and we did our own giving. And the stories are incredible. The people that we watched, lives being changed right in front of us. They would open it and they would make phone calls and tell family members that you won't believe what happened. We can do this and we can do that. And God told us both that night, next year you need to double it. And so we started saving dollars and $5 bills, and we were putting this cash into a bucket instead of just our change. And the next year, it wasn't us. The Lord doubled it. The Lord doubled it. And we had about $500. And we just had twice the joy as we got to go out and give this away. And when we got done with that year and we had so many blessings and so many stories, the Lord said, double it again. And I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what that looked like. $1,000 to give away is something, that's a lot of money to give to your family members. How many presents can you buy for your family members for that? And the Lord asked us to give larger increments away to more people. And the joy was undescribable, what we got to experience. And we looked at each other when it was done and said, God has done amazing things over the last few years. And I said, you're an awful big God, but what are we going to do next year, God? You're going to double it again? And I had to shake my head a little bit because I heard very distinctly, no, we're not going to double it. We're going to increase it by 4 times. And, I'm not a rich guy. And so to hear very distinctly from the Lord that I was going to give away $4,000 next year, I had no idea how that could happen. I couldn't save that much money. But I serve a big God, and all year I was in prayer about it and concerned. The Bible tells me not to worry or be anxious. I do my best with that, but I was concerned all year. And then, as you all know, the Fort Oglethorpe campus, we had a big street fair on Labor Day in the streets. And my son and I set up a booth, and we sold a bunch of our crafts. We're both into woodworking, and we make custom pins out of material from all over the world. And I made about $500 that day, and I knew that was the day that God, whatever we make, not the proceeds, whatever we make, we'll give to you. And at the end of the day, with $500, I said, that was pretty good, God. You did good. Still got a ways to go. What next? And it wasn't a week later, I got a phone call from Phil Stone, who is one of the executives of the Christian Businessmen's Connection, telling me about an event that he does, and he needed some gifts for about 150 people. And long story short, a deal was made within a day or two that yielded a profit of about $3,500. And it took several weeks of intensive work. I had 2 other men come in beside me and help me make this project happen. But the Lord put it together. And it wasn't $4,500 and it wasn't $3,500. But within a matter of a month, out of the blue, without even looking for it, without even asking for it, the Lord put it together. And here it is. It's not for Liberty Baptist Church. It's for generations of people all around our community. I pray that this ministry will create a culture of giving. Can you imagine, have you ever done this with your family? Can you imagine being in a room of youth, holding hands, praying for, in the future, the recipient of a gift and how that person might be blessed? And Father, does this person even know you personally? Will this be the catalyst you use to bring people to you?